this is an individual tragedy as well. Autism destroys families. More importantly, it destroys our greatest resource, which are our children. These are children who should not be suffering like this. These are kids who, many of them were fully functional and regressed because of some environmental exposure into autism when they're 2 years old. And these are kids who will never pay taxes, they'll never hold a job, they'll never play baseball, they'll never write a poem, they'll never go out on a date. Many of them will never use a toilet unassisted. And we have to recognize we are doing this to our children, and we need to put an end to it.
This is a question for RFK. Do you have autism? Like, are you diagnosed on the spectrum? I was diagnosed about 3 years ago with level 1 autism disorder and ADHD. I've said it many times. And I also know history, and I know when they're asking to put people on a registry, especially when they're putting out extremely dated rhetoric on autism that isn't true. I mean, for example, level 1 autism spectrum disorder was once called Asperger's. I still pay a lot of taxes, and with what I make, which isn't really much, I pay a lot of taxes for it out of my paycheck. And I just did my taxes like a month ago with my husband. I pay taxes all the time, especially out of my paycheck. I've repeated that. And as I'm recording this, I'm sitting on the toilet, so I'm able to use the bathroom on my own, and have been since childhood. I can write poetry. Been writing poetry since childhood. Let's see, what else? Oh yeah, I can also make my own dinner, lunch, breakfast, what have you. I'm confused as to where you got this information, RFK. And why the hell are you putting us on a registry? I just feel like this is personal to you. What happened to you? Were you ever diagnosed? What's going on that you're doing this to people? You know, HIPAA is a federal law. You can't just go after people's medical records just because you think, because they're diagnosed with autism spectrum disorder. You know, so I'm confused. Why do you want to cure something that doesn't need curing? It's not destroying American lives or lives in general. So why are you doing it? What is this really about?